Good morning. It's July 24th. It is still morning. A beautiful Sunday morning here in Regina. And today I'm going to walk. I often walk to the community gardens, but today I'm actually starting in the neighborhood of the community gardens. And I'm going to walk in this neighborhood, so it'll take me give me an opportunity to go a little further afield from it than I sometimes do. So actually starting here along this path, along this storm channel here, which will take us right to the garden. It's about 19 or 20 degrees so a very pleasant morning at the moment. Warm in the sun, but very pleasant. Probably I'll come back along Pasqua Street by the businesses over there, but starting in this direction. I've never started here before. I've usually gotten here after a long walk from home, so this will give me an opportunity to walk on down through the park on the other side of the gardens here, and maybe a little further down than I normally do. But we'll start with the gardens. I've already had a busy writing morning, publishing morning really. I had put out a newsletter which features the pre-orders for The Tangled Stars, my next novel from Daw Books, coming out in ebook October 18th. And I put that in there, and also the latest episodes of the World Shapers podcast, because I haven't, here's the gardens, because I hadn't put one out for a while, so I had quite a few to catch up on. And also some information about Shapers of Worlds Volume 3, because I have the list of stories now. All except mine, which I should write. That's the anthology I kickstarted, featuring authors who were guests of the podcast in its third year. So here we are. I figured there'd be lots of people out here gardening today. Everything is much bigger than the last time I was here, which wasn't all that long ago. Sunflowers are starting to pop up here. Everything looking quite lovely and lush. Getting to the peak here, I would think. We'll be harvesting vegetables, vegetables. Couldn't ask for a nicer day, that's for sure. So we're taking a random walk through here. I'm sure more talented gardeners than I can recognize this stuff, but except for the sunflowers and occasionally dill or something like that. Lettuce, I don't know what most of it is at first glance. Carrots, I recognize some of the heads of those because we used to pull them out of the ground and eat them when I was a kid. Of course, this is the gazebo designed by Vic Sikansky, local artist. Over there in that corner is the fruit trees. This is cool because it looks like a tree. And it has vegetables here around the bottom. The chairs they put in there kind of interfere with seeing the pattern, but it's very nice. It's always a nice place to check in on. That's why I try to come a few times a year. And then I come again in the winter and you see when it's all brown and covered in snow. Church over there, and of course it is Sunday, so it just looks particularly lush. All the rain we've had. Some more lovely flowers. There you go. Grow Regina Community Garden. And we will be coming, well, I don't know if I'll come back through the garden. Probably won't. Probably come down Pasco Street to get back to the car, so. Again, these are the fruit trees over here. There's some raised beds over on that corner. It's like some corn here. And then these Vicinity sculptures here as well that welcome you from this direction. Community garden, Grow Regina. It says on this side. Community garden on that side. Hello. Somebody said hello, but it's so bright I can't quite read it. Oh, hi Wendy. I know you. Yeah, it's just a beautiful day here today, and the garden's just about at its peak. So I'm glad I came this way today. Now we'll go through the park over here on the other side. Is there a path that goes along over here? Not a reliable one, I would say. You could walk along there, get to the bridge. Why don't we do that? Let's walk along this side of the creek, or the storm channel. There's a bridge up here we can cross over. And my sunglasses, which makes it harder to read the screen, but much easier on my eyes. And also keeps out the grit, hopefully. It was on a previous walk over here earlier in the spring that I got really bad grit in both eyes under my contacts, and one of them so much that I think I scratched the cornea a little bit and had kind of blurry vision in one eye for a day or so, which is not good, especially when you're a writer. You need to be able to see the screen. Actually supposed to do a new podcast today too. But there's also a football game at 5 o'clock, and I have to drive Alice somewhere at 4, so my afternoon is rapidly dwindling in size, duration. Riders should have been playing yesterday, the Rough Riders, Saskatchewan Rough Riders, Canadian Football League. But they have had an outbreak of people testing positive for COVID. So they delayed the game by one day, and as it is, I think we're going to have several starters out. So I don't know what the game's going to be like. It's just residential over here, but it's kind of screened by the trees. We'll go over the bridge here. I hear water running. Must be a outlet down there somewhere. You can take that path through there. I don't know if it's somebody's property or it looks like an access path. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to go check out the new school they've been building. I haven't been there for a while. Very high railings for safety reasons, I guess. So hello. Somebody said hello. Ben. Hi, Ben. There's water down there. There it is. Oh, it is running. Enough that I can actually see that it flickering there in the sunlight. But it's not exactly a babbling brook. It is, however, moving, flowing. There's a spray park for that way. I don't know if it's on or not. It doesn't look like it. Playground. We'll go down to the right here. Crunch, 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 crunch. I don't know what this park is called. I should, but I don't. I've seen a name, hasn't stuck with me. It's a big one. And there's a brand new school over on that corner that I want to check out. So maybe I will go through the park this way. That's a spray park, but it's not spraying. And there's this big playing field, baseball diamond over there, and a lot of grass for all your grass needs. Not that kind of grass. This kind of grass. Cell tower over there. I could cut across the grass, but I don't know how wet it would be, so I'd rather not risk it. Unexpected puddles. That's what I found on Friday's walk. There's kids over here in the playground. Crunch, 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 crunch. Don't know what the piece of cloth on the stick represents. I don't know what that bare patch of grass, dirt represents either. Unless they're putting in new sod. Oh, somebody just hung something on the no dog sign. Airplane up there. Could be somebody practicing landings or something like that. I mean, it could just be somebody flying in, but the way it's circled around, I have a feeling maybe they're practicing. Somebody taking flying lessons. I have I guess step-nephew is the word, who's a professional pilot. Very small bleacher section there. I would think I'd get really good cell phone coverage right here. That's the new school, I think, straight ahead of us. Oh, and something's going on this corner too. That's new since the last time I walked down this way. So what are they putting here? Let me see, which way do I want to go? Go around this way. I'm not entirely sure that it... Oh, I guess I can still go through there. I don't know what they're building here. It's big, whatever it is. Interesting. Yeah, that's all. I mean, it has been a while since I walked down this way, but this hadn't even been begun last time I was down here, so I don't know what it is. Oh, more comments if I can read them. No, actually, we're quite well watered. Kovalenko. Kirk, good morning in Vancouver. No, we've had lots of rain. And in fact, it's supposed to rain again tomorrow, showers. Got 2 inches about a week ago, week and a bit ago. Or was that 2 weeks ago now? And there's been more showers since then. So, as the Saskatchewan goes, I mean, this is a semi-arid climate, but yeah, it's definitely not drought here this year, unlike some years. All right, here's this brand new school they've been building. First time I walked down this way, it was just a framework. It's really taking shape now. Again, I don't know what that is, and there's no sign telling me either, I don't think. So I'll have to keep coming back until I see what it looks like. I don't think that's another new school. That's parkland there, so. The old school's over here, and here's the new one. Still got a long way to go, though. That part over there looks barely much further along than the last time I came, although this end does. Argyle School, and I guess this is the new Argyle School. Well, I can't go through there, but I should be able to go around the school here, the old school. See what there is to see on the other side. There's you can see, much bigger than the old school here. Do I want to get trapped in a fence? Is there an opening over there? I think there is. Yes, there is. So all the kids here have had, well, not recently because school's been out for a month, but they've had a first-hand look at the construction going on for their new school. Some of whom will be in it, probably. Older classes, probably not. And that's, of course, Argyle School is... No, it's definitely got the stuff in the window that says they're still having classes there, or have been having classes there. Takes us into an alley. So I haven't walked down this way. This is new territory now. Having started from the gardens, I've been able to alter my usual path. I presume that's not the actual exterior finish. That's a very forbidding black if it is. Well, maybe there's an alley here. I can go down the back side of it. Big school. I wonder if it's a joint use school, like a joint Catholic and public school. They do that sometimes, because it seems so much bigger than the old Argyle school. It'll be a while before their playground is all back to usable form. Meanwhile, of course, we're walking by people's backyards over here. Can't really see into most of them, but they are there. This goes on and on. Oh, this might take me out of the alley, so let's go this way. Helicopter. So this is the neighborhood we're in. It's very pretty. Not going to see that copter, I don't think. He's going to go with the trees here. Oh, here he comes. There he is. And he's gone. Now I have, I think, parked on this road here and started walking from up here, so this starts to look familiar again. So unless I'm completely turned around, we're close to the rugby club. Or am I there yet? Well, maybe not quite there yet. There's a crosswalk here, so that's handy. I think on a previous walk I parked on this bit of road on the other side of the Storm Creek here and started from there, I think. That's been a while, maybe like last year, in fact, before last fall or something. I don't know if it was, I don't think it was this year. since winter, I mean. But this does look familiar. And of course, if you walk on down that way, it takes you back to the park I just walked through. Because most of the parks are connected. So this is actually called the South Storm Channel Pathway. Catchy name. This is the South Storm Channel. How long have I been out? 20 minutes? Keep going this way then for another 10 or so before I turn around and head back. Get over to Pasco Street and walk up Pasco, I think. There's now a pathway over there so you can walk by all the businesses much more easily than you used to be able to. Crows overhead. It's just kind of a turnaround here. If I'd walked on down the road, I would have come here. Storm channel always to my right here. You can probably hear those crows. Quite warm in the sun, but as soon as it goes behind the clouds, you can tell the air temperature is actually only about 20 degrees. It goes nowhere except to that bench. I was wondering what that side road was, but it's not a road at all. Good morning. Seems odd to see a pair of crutches leaning against the tree. This must have been a miracle. A miracle took place on that spot. He threw away his crutches and started to walk. It is Sunday. Although, I don't think there's a church anywhere too close. Probably one around here somewhere. Yeah, maybe this is... Maybe this is the one that goes down past the, or would be Parliament. Have I walked that far? Should have been, should be close. It's Parliament. It's the one that goes down by the rugby club, but maybe I'm still not there. Parliament. Well, we'll find out in a minute, because here's the road. Which is Parliament. Yes, okay. Does that say 28 minutes? Okay, well maybe I won't go any further down Parliament. I mean down that way. I'll go down Parliament here, but I will cross. And go down to Pasco then for the walk back to the car. Today's actually 25th. I don't know. I'm a little confused as to what I'm seeing down at the end of the road here. Oh, I see what that is. It was confusing me a bit. I thought it was some sort of fence or something, but it's actually buildings on the other side. Pasqua. Got something in my shoe. I just hope it doesn't stab me. I can feel it moving around as I walk, but so far it hasn't at least stuck into the sole of my foot. I'd say, what do you think, 60s neighborhood probably, these houses? Very much what I associate with what everybody else got to live in when they were a kid, but I didn't, because we lived in a converted military barracks at the old Air Force base outside Weyburn. That's where I grew up. Didn't everyone? My friends in town got to live in, houses like this. I thought they were cool. Now they seem kind of small, but at the time. So they were definitely built in the 60s, because that's when we moved to Weyburn. So I would say these are probably 60s houses when this development was new. Possibly 50s, but I think 60s. Montague. Oh, I know where I am now. Okay. Yeah, I actually wandered quite a long way away from Pasqua. I think I might be best to cross at this four-way stop, because I'm going to want to turn right up there, and I'm not sure there's another good crossing. Mosquito control truck. Here we have Dove House. Not sure what Dove House is. Licensed personal care home. Okay. It's like a private care home. There's a new one. That's definitely not 60s. There's a school zone up here, so maybe there's a school in the vicinity. Oh, hello. Somebody else said hello. Jose, the bans are for insect control. They keep certain insects from climbing up the tree and laying their eggs in the leaves. And when they hatch into larvae, caterpillars, they're actually a flightless moth. There's a couple of insects, but that's kind of the main one. They can really strip the leaves off the tree, which looks ugly and isn't, not good for the tree either. So you'll see those all over the city at least on certain types of trees. The elm trees in our neighborhood all have them, if they've been done. I mean, it's up to the homeowner to do them, but we've actually hired somebody who keeps track of it and comes in and does them and undoes them as they're supposed to be. You're not supposed to leave them on all year. So they're basically just black plastic over fiberglass insulation, duct taped to the tree, and then smeared with grease. So any insects trying to climb up the tree get trapped in the grease and don't get any further. And that's a question I am very often asked doing these walks. Pretty common all over Saskatchewan. I don't know if they're done in Alberta, Manitoba. I presume they are. I don't think we are the only place that does it. Argyle Street. Well, that's Louvain way down there. Oh, here's the path I knew was here. Yeah, and there's the rugby club over there. So, boy, I really worked my way a lot further away from Pasqua than I would have thought I did. Okay, this is Hudson Park. And we'll go down to the end and then turn right onto Pasco Street. So across from us there is Harbor Landing, where I've walked a few times. Not that long ago I was over there. A big playground. I think the last time I came this way was just after spring melt because there were puddles I had to go around. Often you see hares or rabbits in this field here. I don't see them today. I guess it depends on the time of year. And this obviously are much newer houses along here that have been built in the last few years. Like I've often seen a lot of rabbits out around that tree, but not today. That's a church over there. Seventh-day Adventist? No. Mennonite. Maybe it's Mennonite. They're clearly having church today from the number of cars, so there wouldn't be Seventh-day Adventists who worship on Saturday, hence the name. Based on the very true fact that the Sabbath is the seventh day of the week, not the first day of the week, even though Christians, certain Christian denominations will refer to Sunday as the Sabbath. We never did, because we knew better, the Church of Christ. Yeah, there's often been rabbits there, but not a one to be seen today. Oh well. So the airport is off that way. Not too far. No, sorry, the airport is that way. What am I thinking? Harbor Landing is that way. We're kind of on the end of it. And the airport's over that way. And this here is the rugby club on the other side of that fence. Hence the goalposts, which don't look quite the same as football goalposts. That might be one more fence over before we get to the rugby club. So I've certainly walked over there more than once, but not that often again. I do tend to stay close to home. And I haven't had a car during the week for most of the summer, so my walks have not been as far afield as they were last year. In the fall, I'll probably go a little more often away from our neighborhood for my walks. So as you can tell, we're getting out to the edge of town, not as many trees. Prairie is directly ahead of it. Well, we're on the prairie everywhere, but the untreed prairie is directly ahead of us. That's definitely the rugby club. Their field, one of their fields. Maybe I'll walk down closer to that when I get up here. Oh, maybe not. That's their clubhouse over there anyway. There's a smell, I'm not sure what plant it is, that instantly makes you think Saskatchewan prairie in the summer. And I'm getting that from somewhere. I'm not sure what the plant is, but it's very distinctive and pleasant. And it's, one of those odors that brings back memories. Not memories exactly, but a sense of all the years you spent, especially as a kid, playing on the prairies. Odors are like that. There's also beach volleyball courts over here next to the rugby club. Again, that's Harbor Landing. It's the church I talked about. That low building is just some offices of various sorts. Those are all condos and apartments over there. So I've occasionally gone down here at this intersection into Harbor Landing and walked. Now this is where if I want, I can cut through, so why don't I do that? That's just the SGI building over there, so that's boring. Saskatchewan Government Insurance. It's one of the places you take your car if they have to do an estimate after an accident of some sort. So we've turned the corner, we're heading back to the car now. Much more direct route than we took leaving the car, so it won't take as long going back. Here, beach volleyball courts. Not exactly a beach, but you can put sand down and it's the same thing. There's lots of them. See, there's over here all beach volleyball courts too. So I don't know if there's a beach volleyball club or how often they get used. There's a lot of them though, so one presumes they get used quite a bit. Like there must be a beach volleyball league or something. And then that's the SGI building over there. And here's the rugby clubhouse. I've been in there once for a cast party when we had somebody in our cast that was a member here. He arranged for us to use it for a cast party after a show. I don't remember what the show was. Would have been a long time ago. Probably in the 90s. Never played rugby. My brother did. He was also a football player with the University of Saskatchewan Huskies, and some of those guys also played rugby. I know he did. And the beach volleyball courts just continue over here. See, they have quite large bleachers here for watching games. Queen's Park, that development is called. Now we'll walk down Pasqua Street over here. There's a path that'll take us by all these businesses over here. Fairly new path. They really only built it last year. Because I used to walk this way, I had to sort of pick my way through the parking lots along the way, but now there's a path you can follow the whole way. That's a co-op grocery store directly ahead of us. Big one. New one. Again, there's the SGI building. There's the prairie ahead of us. It's a bit of a rise, so you're not really seeing very far, but if you could, you still wouldn't see any trees in that direction. Like you look that way, you can see things sticking up way off in the distance. And then there you can see part of the airport. Radar dome and lights. And the airport itself is the next row of buildings over there. You can sort of pick out the tower if you've got sharp eyes. It must be tiny on the screen, but I can see it. And here's this brand new path along Pasqua Street. So there's all sorts of offices and things over here. Various sorts. There's an architect's office somewhere around here that we used to go to for board meetings for Golden Apple Theatre when I was on the board. Because one of our board members worked for that firm. You can see the airport buildings over there. Oxygen, yoga and fitness here. There's a bakery up there, it looks like. Needed. Is that a bakery? Gluten-free. Oh, it's a gluten-free bakery. Interesting. It's open, I see. There are spaces for lease here if you'd like to set up your business in this lot, one of these buildings. Easy access and good parking. And when you're tired of trees, you just look that way. Always look at the sky. Land of living sky. That's on our license plates. Flowers. Edward Jones there, that's an investment firm, I believe. How long have I been here now? Yeah, it should work out to about an hour by the time I get back to the car. Maybe a bit less. Pasqua Place, Advanced Eye Care, and other things. So the faster road over there is the Louvain Expressway, or Parkway, whatever they call it. We usually just call it the Louvain. I'm not sure if it's Louvain. Maybe it's just Louvain Drive. For a large chunk of it, it's faster than any other way to go north-south. Although there are, once you get up further, there's quite a few. Well, even down here, there are stoplights, but it's still faster than going up Albert Street. Used to go to this gym years ago. It wasn't called Evolution Fitness then, it was something else. We used to go and go to step aerobics here, my wife and I. Hard to believe we did that. This is way better. Walking is way better than step aerobics. Probably not quite as cardiovascularly stimulating, but it's way more fun. Getting closer to the airport all the time over there. And closer to the car. Church over here. Can't remember what it is. Mennonite, maybe? Maybe past one Mennonite church. I'm not sure if this is one or not. Lakeview Avenue. It's got a kind of, wouldn't look out of place in the woods and the mountains look to it, that church. Church building, as we would have said, because the church is the people. The building is just a building. It's not really a church. A fine distinction, but seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Good, but what are you? You must be born again, yes. Oh, it's Pentecostal, I guess. The Gospel Meeting Room is all they call it, so I'd say it's a Pentecostal church. Airport. Still, funny, it hasn't gone anywhere. McPhail Avenue. If you're trying to make a hamburger in a McDonald's and everything goes wrong, it's a McPhail. Little known fact. Did you McPhail McPherson? Unifor. It's the Union Hall. Their guy who's been the head guy is under police investigation, Jerry Diaz. I always thought he looked like a thug, and sounds like he was quite corrupt, potentially, allegedly. So they're investigating all that right now. Has nothing to do with the local Union Hall or the local union members. The Unifor has been in the news for that reason. They suspended him or something, and now it's all under investigation. Whatever's in there is not there anymore. It does have a Loris bin out front of it, though, so they're probably working on it. I think it was a medical lab. The only thing left on the sign says X-ray end. And what? It doesn't say, but presumably it was a medical lab. Gallery Dental, so dentists. Next to the foot clinic, family foot clinic. It's only for family feet, none of your single feet. Look, the airport is still over there. Not sure what's in there either. probably doctor's offices at some point if they are still there. It does have a certain available look to it, because I don't see any blinds in any of the windows. And there's no sign, so I'm not sure what that is or was or will be. This one is a martial arts school, I believe, if I remember right. It has a bit of a garden in front of it I've walked through on occasion. You can see the yin-yang symbol there. Tai Chi. Taoist Tai Chi Society. Oh, here's a much bigger sign. Taoist Tai Chi Society. Register now. Maybe I should. Here we have a consultant nephrologist. Sure, oh, almost witnessed an accident there. The guy was tailgating that guy. This is the Hindu temple over here. Never been in there, but that's what it is. Hard to see behind the trees, but you can see the golden dome there if you look. And this is where we turn right to go to my car, I believe. I'm practically there. There used to be a greenhouse over here, but they relocated. And that old building that looks like a train station. At the moment, I don't believe there's anything in there. And there's our car, I see it. So why don't we go get in it? Oh, Indian Food Festival, Saturday, August 13th, right here. That's tempting. I do like Indian food. Alrighty. I will stop right here. So thanks for walking with me as we look back down Pasqua. I'll be back tomorrow for my usual walk along the creek, I think. Bye for now.